Happy 2016, everybody! Do you have any New Year's business resolutions? If you're planning on getting more business and staying busier this year, I have a few tips I'd like to share about how to write a compelling cover letter and introduce yourself to new clients. Cover letters have to be straightforward and as concise as possible because we all know how project managers and end clients are always busy. So let's break down the paragraphs you can use to write a cover letter template. First paragraph. Introduce yourself, mention your credentials, specify what project you're applying for, if any, or tell them how you can help their business. Also mention where you got the information. It could be a job board, it could be a referral from a friend, or you just found their website online. Second paragraph. Give more information about your experiences in their field, but make sure you don't disclose any details about other clients or other projects if you signed a non-disclosure agreement. Third paragraph, negotiation time. Make sure you mention your average output, that is, how many words you can translate in a given time frame. It could be an hour, a day, a week. Also tell them your rate, how much you charge per word, per page, per hour. If you want to tell them that you use a specific CAD tool and whether you apply discounts for matches and repetitions, this is the time to do it. Then try to close the deal by doing the math for them. Tell them exactly when you can deliver a file and how much it will cost them. End the letter by saying that you've attached a copy of a resume and that references are available upon request. Then add a signature, which should include your name, your language pair, and any credentials you may have. Also your contact information, including your email address, your phone number, your fax number if you have one, your website, your professional profile on LinkedIn or another job board. Oh, don't forget your mailing address. If you don't want to disclose it because you only receive payments online, it's okay. Just mention your city, state, and country for them to know the difference in time zones between you and them. I know some people are against cover letters because they may be a little too stiff. The cover letters, not the people that think about it that way. Just keep in mind that information about you won't change, so you don't have to type it over and over again. Just use this rough draft to introduce yourself the way you would like to, and fill in the blanks, personalize it with details about your client, so you can tell them how you can help them and what you can offer them. I know this may be an obvious question, but have you ever stopped to calculate your average output? This is an important piece of information for you to organize yourself and negotiate with clients. Of course, there's no magic number because your productivity depends on so many variables. Sometimes a project may end up being a little harder than it seemed at first look. Sometimes you're feeling a little under the weather and you slow down a little bit. Then there are everyday interruptions, including those people who think that just because you're a translator working from home, you're not busy, you don't have anything to do, so you can just help them with whatever is going on with their lives. Anyway, even though you may not reach your magic number, you can get a pretty good idea of your comfort zone. After being in the business for a while, you'll be able to know how much you can translate in an hour. So multiply that by how many hours you work in a day and how many days you work in a week, and you know what I'm saying. You get a rough estimate. Your average output will also depend on whether you work with multiple language combinations, because you may work a little slower with a given target or source language compared to your main combination. It will also depend on how familiar you are with the subject, because you will work faster in your main specialization. The secret is to think about your best case scenario and then give yourself some breathing room just in case something happens. That way you can tell your clients exactly when you can deliver a 10,000 word project because you'll be working within your comfort zone. Knowing your average output will tell your clients that you are confident, that you know what you're doing, and that you have a very organized schedule. In other words, you will tell them that you're a professional. Talking about a very organized schedule, try to find a system to track the time you spend on each task you complete. It can be a board on the wall, a notebook, a daily planner, or like me, an online calendar. That way you know what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how long it took you to complete each task during your workday. Stay organized, my friends, and Happy New Year! vindo tão bem. Ah, tá gravando? Foi.